What's going on again, YouTube? Zach is back, bringing you another Pokemon Unite replay commentary. Yes, I'm alive. No, I didn't die. I just took a little break. I've been going through some things lately, but things are on the up and up, so here we are once again. I have a few different replays I'll be uploading that I've recorded the last couple weeks, and I also recorded some games from a stream a couple weeks ago that we're uploading as well. So there's going to be some uploads, some pretty frequent uploads in the next couple weeks, but we'll see how things go after that in the future, yada yada. Anyway, if you guys enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, yada yada. With all that said, let's get into it. So Espeon is sort of a favorite attacker of mine for a few reasons. It scales very, very well, obviously. Being an EV, it has a lot of special attack at every point in the game, and getting your moves and level up or evolution at 4 really helps a lot with being able to have good presence in the early game. That said, I don't think Espeon makes an especially good mid laner. My team sort of put me into this role this game, so I don't really want to be doing it, but I am doing it. At the very least, you do get your 4 early enough to help you work through the farm, which is kind of nice. Turn this dead just a little bit. There we go. Anyway, we're going to gank top first, mainly because I was closest and I also saw their scissor there already. And Scissor is especially a good person for Espeon to gank into because he is very, very squishy, special defensive-wise. We have 3 special people up here, so it's kind of a rough gank for him, to be honest. Not to mention, I was able to sort of wait out their approach and make good use of Side Shock there, which is sort of what you want to do ideally on a mid laner like Espeon. Just make use of your assets, you know, your strongest asset at this point in the game is your ranged burst damage, so just stand in positions that allow you to make the best use of that damage. In any case, I signaled to my teammates that I'm going to be elsewhere at this point. I did see the scissor return top, but at this point my team has enough levels that I think they can handle themselves, so I'd rather be elsewhere. You can see on their side the Moonq is stealing jungle from his own scissor, which is kind of rough for them, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Part of why I don't like jungling on Espeon is in the mid game you really don't want to be spending a lot of time farming as Espeon because she has such a good coverage for objectives and laning. You usually want faster Pokemon like speedsters to do jungle, or Pokemon with dashes like Cerulege. Basically anyone that can get jungle done quickly, where Espeon I don't think can get jungle done particularly quickly compared to those Pokemon. Nonetheless, with Psyshock and my bottom lane in trouble, I decided that now is time to start punishing these Pokemon that have gotten away with too much. We're not able to get the Tinkaton, unfortunately, and that guy escapes too, which is kind of rough. And in addition to that, while we're down here, they get mid. But I do have my 8. I am strong still. My goal still is to make use of my strength. I saw the Mickey go in the bush, so I want to just pop his passive and stay away from him. Obviously, I couldn't see the Tinkaton there because he was in the bush for the most part. But once I am able to start moving forward again, I'm easily able to take care of the 2 people that are there. Yep. I decide to score here, mostly because my teammates are holding off on Moonq, and I'm easily able to take care of him afterwards, ideally. But as you can see, it didn't quite work out that way, for 2 reasons. First of all, Espeon's very, very physically frail, and second of all, play rough allows Mimikyu to be intangible there to dodge my attack, so unless I land that first Side Shock, I'm screwed, and I missed it, so I was screwed, unfortunately. Nonetheless, I decided to go top here because there's a guy pushing our lane that, again, I'm easily able to fight. And I'm also kind of frustrated at this point that our top lane did lose because I gave them a good gank earlier and we were, like, winning against them, but, you know, shit happens. I'm not trying to, like, judge or imply, like, they completely threw or anything like that. I just want to keep doing my jungle rotation on a good pattern, at least my buffs, to where I'm continuing to get those levels as the game progresses, because as a mid, that's your most important asset to your team. You're usually the strongest Pokemon on the team, so you want to make sure you're getting consistent levels. And that's why it's also so bad to steal a farm from your mid, is because then they're not going to be consistent. Usually there's a farm in other places in the map that your team can do instead of mid, to avoid stealing mid. Nonetheless, the enemy team has held off Regieleki, and we are here now to defend our pad. The flash from the Raichu allows me to dodge my Side Shock there, and the enemy team has really good position here, but they sort of don't make the best use of it, right? Their 2 on the right side sort of got picked off, as they were retreating, and the others as they're trying to come in and make the most of the situation. Can't really do much. We have a lot of momentum right now. And again, being level 11, I'm very, very strong right now. What I don't want is for the Mimikyu to kill me again, so I make sure to... I get my shot on them that time, which is nice. Well, these other two coming back again, it's right back into it. Thankfully, I got the reset there from the future sight on my Psyshock. Oh, but again, the physical frailty of Effie is just so rough sometimes. Here, I was really annoyed, actually. I saw my teammates scoring top, and they just hadn't done much for me this game. I was not very happy. But that's okay. Definitely don't go and backcap his Darkrai there. It's definitely the wrong play to make, but in any case, the right play for me to make at this point is, again, to keep maintaining my level lead as much as I possibly can. You see that I'm on rate with the Scizor at this point. So I want to make sure that I at least stay on rate with him as best I can, if not staying at least a little ahead. And you can see where I'm at right now. Even if he hits 12 from hitting something right now, he'll still be behind me for a little while. This is maybe a little greedy. I decided to farm a little more here since I'm close to 13. But when I see the Darkrai there, I decide that it's not worth doing. Plus, Lucky's usually more important in the mid-game anyway. So, I decided to come down here where there's more people, where my ult can get as many targets as possible. Unfortunately, since I was ulting, I wasn't able to last hit there. But I didn't have a better choice in the situation I was in. And again, my teammates are scoring. Really, don't do what these people are doing. The Darkrai and Sableye in this game are very, very not good. I am not happy with their play whatsoever. It really has felt like they've sacked us multiple times just for points. And yeah, we're up, but now we're not, first of all. And second of all, I don't think that... How do I put it? I don't think it's worth trying to worry about points so much when you have a Sableye on your team, which sounds kind of like backwards. But the way I see it, it's like Sableye can always catch up in the late game, so whatever. I am a little annoyed here, so I just farm for a little while instead of going bottom right away. I let my Darkrai die, I let my Sableye fight for a while without me. And decide, you know what? My teammates took care of themselves. I'm going to keep farming. Maybe not like the best thing to do, but, you know, when you're annoyed by your teammates in a situation like this, sometimes annoyance can get the better of you. Obviously, the ball toys are fine for your teammates to share with you or take from you because those aren't buffs, and they're far less experience than the buffs provide. But with that said... As Espeon, I can't really solo rip the Regidrago, but I look at their team and I think they can. So my thought is, I'll get in position to Psyshock it if they're doing it, and I did see them doing it on the map at this point. So I just line myself up, get nice and ready, and this is why I like Psyshock a lot, actually. It's a very, very good long-range last hit. It's one of the best in the game, as a matter of fact. Part of the way the move is balanced is that it provides a lot of burst damage and a really high power disable, but you have to land your shot, obviously. With all the future sight resets, I'm easily able to burst down the opponents there. And since I have my ult still, I'm in good shape. Really just want to make sure I'm ready for this final fight. Whatever that looks like. Getting the buffs again is obviously nice to refresh the duration, so we'll just take care of that. Meanwhile, our Darkrai and Sableye are on the enemy side, not sure why. But, as Effie, again, we've already seen how I can punish the enemy team if they're not able to find me, by securing the last step in the objective. So, in a situation like this, I'm willing to slow play a bit, because our teammates are on their side, and it's not really a good fight opportunity. I'm like not trying to wait too long, but I don't want to engage in a bad situation. Like, as the mid, if I get caught out and killed, as the sole level 14 in the game, that's really, really bad for our team. So I'm just trying to play super safe and playing with my team when there's all-rounders that want to kill me, and I'm playing away from them when there's attackers that I need to outrange. Someone like Vaporeon's on me, especially with a level lead like I have, I'm able to take care of him rather easily. I did miss the timing on him, but the most important thing here is getting the objective, right? Which, once again, I'm able to do with Psyshock. For a while there, I wasn't really looking at mid in-game. I had to sort of, like, draw my attention to it. When I saw they're doing it, I was like, alright, well, no other choice. Gotta go in there and try to get this last hit. And I did get it. It felt really good to get as well. We'll just speed up here because this game is pretty much over at this point. We'll just fight a little while longer. How about that? That's always fun. Any other thoughts I can share on Espeon? Like I said in my guide, all the builds and all the moves are theoretically justifiable. The reason I went Future Sight and Side Shock this game is obviously the last hit of Side Shock is really good in our team where we don't have good last hits, or Rip, so we need like some way to be able to get objectives, so last hit helps. And I chose Future Sight because I have a lot of mobile Pokemon, so it can help me by having a sure hit move to for sure put damage on people, but also the effect of it when combined with the Side Shock helps my Side Shock sort of home in. And you can see I did a lot of damage there. I did about 120, I think, or 102. It was a really, really good game. Really, really fun Espeon game. Anyway, oh my gosh, I forgot to leave my music again. I just realized. Oh well. You guys got to hear me talking. That's good enough, right? Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll have some more videos in the near future. Catch you on the flip side. Peace!